Hi, I'm Dr. Lisa Thompson of drlisamthompson.com, and I have a question for you. Are you struggling with making sales with webinars, or you want to start doing webinars but don't know how to set up your webinar the right way? Well, pay close attention, because in this video I'm going to share with you a 7-step webinar framework that will help you generate 5-figure paydays. Now, I learned this framework from my good friend and mentor, Brian Fanale. If you're not following Brian, I really recommend that you do so. He's a top copywriter, and this is the webinar formula that he created and perfected that has helped him generate over $1 million in commissions. So to follow him on Facebook, I really recommend that you go to www.facebook.com/bfanale. You will find that he has a lot of great content that can help take your business to the next level, especially with webinars. And he really has helped me overcome my fear of webinars. And let me give you a quick story with that. I first learned of Brian back in 2013, May of 2013. I was actually on a live webinar where he was teaching this framework, and he said, I will actually pull someone out and help them write their very first webinar. And he said, I want to pick someone that I don't know, and I will help you do that. And there were like 2,000 people on the webinar. So I put in I raised my hand and I put in a little blurb that I was using Google Plus to generate leads for my business, and I was getting about 3 to 5 leads a day. Next thing I know, I see my the light on my webcam come on, and it says Brian wants to connect with you. He pulls me out. I've never done a webinar in my life, and he actually went through and created my very first webinar. I went and I did that webinar the following week, and I had invited 24 people to that webinar. I had 18 people show up. Now, I didn't make any sales on that webinar, but that was my first taste of doing webinar marketing, and I was hooked. And since then, I have been able to generate between $500 and $1,000 in commissions using webinars. And it's a really great way to build your brand, build you as an authority, and the ultimate time leverage, in that you can take webinars and you can learn how to automate them. But what Brian teaches here is the 7-step framework that helps you monetize your webinars. Now, in the beginning, when you first get started, you're not going to get those paydays right away. But as you keep practicing and moving forward, you are going to have success. So let's get right to that training, and then make sure you stay with me until the end of this video, because I'm going to share with you how you can get more training on how to really set up your webinar for profits. Step number 1 that Brian teaches is making sure your webinar title. All starts with the webinar title. So basically it comes down to, what are you selling? Who is your target audience? What do they want? And what are their biggest challenges? So basically the formula in step number 1 is how to get a benefit or result without pain. Let's look at a couple of examples here. How to lose weight without sugar crashes or feeling hungry. Okay, that can be one example of a webinar title. Or how to generate 8 to 10 leads per day for your business without talking to people on the phone. Step number 2, the promise. Now here you want to have a big, bold promise that you hold the solution to their problem. This is very important because they need to understand the real benefit of your promise. So what Brian teaches is saying this particular phrase, my promise to you, by the end of this webinar, you'll finally have a clear step-by-step roadmap to what the result and benefit is. So for example, By the end of this webinar, you'll have a step-by-step plan that will have you getting leads for your business without doing hotel meetings, home parties, or calling people on the phone. Or, by the end of this webinar, you'll have a step-by-step healthy plan to lose weight without feeling hungry. Step number 3, ethical bribe or gift. This is really important, that when people come on to your webinar, you want to give them a gift for giving you 2 valuable things. Brian says there are 2 valuable things that you want to acknowledge from the people who attend. Number 1, they're giving you permission to follow up with them via email. You're going to be getting them on your email list. And number 2, you are, they're giving you their time to come on this webinar. Okay? So you want to reward them for that. And so you want to give them a free gift. Okay? Offer them something free just for attending. And it's related to the webinar training. It's easy to consume with a high perceived value. And you give this to them at the end of the webinar. So some ways you can do that is you could Google search and find some tips or resources. Or if you have done for you, ebooks or checklists or videos that you can give them, that's another way of giving them value. So an example of this would be, stay with me until the end of this training where I'll be giving you my 1-page PDF cheat sheet 2, which gives the result in benefit a $77 value absolutely free. So an example of that would be, stay with me until the end of this training where I'll give you a list of 17 of my decadent snacks that will help you lose weight without feeling hungry. $49 value, absolutely free. Stay with me until the end of this training where I'll share with you my 5 best Facebook conversation starters that will help you get more leads for your business without sounding like a used car salesman. Step number 4, you're then going to proceed to becoming the leader in authority, where you need to introduce yourself. It's at this point now you're going to be talking about who you are to establish credibility, authority, and build rapport. You're going to be answering the question, why me? Why now? You want to put, this is where you're going to put lifestyle pics, and you want to be sharing more of your story. So, example of this for this part of the formula, over the last blank years, I've been following my passion for helping who your target audience is get the benefit without the pain. So an example of this would be, over the last 2 years, I've been helping diabetics lose weight and lower blood sugars without sugar crashes or feeling hungry. Over the last 2 years, I've helped network marketers getting leads for their business using the internet without doing home parties, hotel meetings, or chasing down friends and family. Step number 5, provide value. This is where you get into the training. You're going to provide real value, actionable steps that your audience and attendees can consume and get results with. Give them what you promised. So you only have to give them about 2 to 5 tips, and max the training can be about 20 to 30 minutes. So this is the segue when you get into this part of the training. You would say, as promised, let's dive into, and then you have the topic to get the benefit or result without the pain. So here are the 5 healthy habits to lose weight and lower blood sugars without sugar crashes or feeling hungry. Here's the 5-step formula to have people reaching out to you about your business without chasing down friends and family. Step number 6, transition to close with a question. So before you get into closing your audience, this is where you want to ask a question. And the way you frame this, and Brian does this very, very well, is you want to provide a recap of what you've covered in the webinar. This is the transition from where you're going from teacher and expert to marketer. You want to be sharing testimonies, stories, and social proof of people who have used your training, or maybe people who have used your product or service and got a specific result. You want to look on Facebook fan pages with your products, or Facebook groups that have people that have testimonials, and you want to put them in this part of the presentation. You want to ask them directly if they want help getting the result. So it would be like this. Let me ask you a question. Would you like my help to get the result or benefit starting today? So some examples. Let me ask you a question. Would you like my help to start losing weight without sugar crashes or feeling hungry starting today? Let me ask you a question. Would you like my help to start generating leads for your business in the next 24 to 48 hours starting today? And then finally, step number 7. This is where you make your offer, the value stack and pitch. This is where you get paid. So this is where you introduce your offer, not the product. It is the offer. And you would be, here's what you get. The bonuses, fast action bonuses. You stack value. You put everything on one slide and have time for questions and answers. So basically, you're introducing your offer. What you get is, and that's what you're going to stack, the value of everything that they're going to be getting, all engineered to help you get the result or benefit without the pain or what they despise. Now, this is where the biggest challenge that most webinars, for people doing webinars, because they don't know how to do this effectively. Well, let me show you a very special training that will help you with that. So this is the training. And if you want to know how to set up that offer and structure it, here is a training that you can get. You can go to www.drlisamthompson.com/webinar sales. That's drlisamthompson.com/webinar sales. And this training is going to walk you through step by step, especially when it comes to structuring the offer on your webinars so that you can start getting sales on a consistent basis. So did you get value today? If you did, leave a comment and share, and make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel by clicking on the subscribe button you see in the lower right hand corner of your screen, and make sure you check out this training on webinars. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.